में ना माया में,
ना बाधा में ना बंधन में,
जीवन रख दे प्रभु के शरण में,
जीवन रख दे प्रभु के शरण में।
सच्चा सुख है समर्पण में, सच्चा सुख है समर्पण में।
Receiving God's power and blessings, receiving God's power and blessings, receiving God's power and blessings, receiving God's power and blessings.
ओम शांति। राजू भाई जी का हम तहे दिल से स्वागत करते हैं, स्वागत करते हैं, स्वागत करते हैं एक हाथ की थाली से। राजू भाई जी के बारे में सबको पता है ही है, कुछ लोग फर्स्ट टाइमर्स भी है यहाँ, तो उनके लिए संक्षिप्त में राजू भाई जी का परिचय मैं देना चाहूँगी। राजू भाई जी बहुत पुराने हैं, एगी के पिलर है और करीब 1972 से आप मधुबन में समर्पित रूप से अपनी सेवाएं दे रहे हैं। आपको अव्यक्त बाप दादा ने दिव्य दृष्टि का वरदान दिया है। अव्यक्त बाप दादा के सम्मुख मुरली के श्रवण के साथ साथ टाइप करके शीघ्र अतिशीघ्र विश्व के कोने कोने तक पहुंचाने का आपका विशेष योगदान रहा है। सतत ज्ञान अध्ययन तथा राज्यों की गहन अनुभूति करने के फलस्वरूप आप अपने क्लासेस और प्रवचनों से अनेक आत्माओं को लाभान्वित करते आए हैं। आपने ज्ञान सरिता, ज्ञान सुमन, ज्ञान वीणा, ज्ञान के अनमोल मोती आदि अनेकों पुस्तकें आपने लिखी है। राजयोगा एजुकेशन एंड रिसर्च फाउंडेशन के कृषि एवं ग्राम विकास प्रभाग के आप उपाध्यक्ष हैं। शाश्वत योगी खेती योजना और ग्राम दत्तक योजना, विलेज अडॉप्शन के जो कैंपेन चलते हैं, जैसे सेवाओं के लिए आप प्रेरणा स्रोत हैं। आपने राष्ट्रीय स्तर के अभियानों का कुशल संचालन करते रहे हैं। मुख्यालय अब हेडक्वार्टर्स में पांडव भवन, ज्ञान सरोवर तथा शांतिवन के मुरली डिपार्टमेंट और फोटोकॉपी डिपार्टमेंट के आप हेड है और उसको देख रेख करते हैं।
The Patra Pushp, which is a small newsletter every month that goes out. The correspondence between Dadi, he's the one who documents it. The Peace of Mind channel and Awakening channel, he's constantly contributing to that. He has traveled across the world, all 5 continents, and has benefited the souls. He is a very experienced and a very tapasvi soul, and he is amongst us. Today's topic is, his topic that he's covering is recognizing and understanding Baba. Recognizing and understanding Baba. We recognize him. Yeah. Raju bhai ke alawa, who else can cover this? He's so able instrument for this. First 45 minutes we listen to him, and then there's question answers. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. You all have recognized lovely Baba, recognized Baba and have said, my Baba. You have recognized him, right? But Baba says, as I am, whatever I am, very few, and amongst those few also very few recognize me as I am. Whilst in devotion, as many there are souls in the devotion, so many gods are there equivalently. Even deities are called gods and goddesses. Even in Lokik world also, the wife says to the husband that you have a god. So there are so many gods. But what God is and who God is, as He is, when He Himself arrives, when He comes, we call Him, another name is Khud A. Khud means Himself, He comes. On one hand, in Urdu language they say Khud A. In Hindi they say Swayambhu. In Shankar they call him Shambhu. But for Shiv Baba they say Swayambhu. The ones who is incarnating is Swayam himself, Bhu is earth. He himself incarnates on the earth. Very wonderfully Baba has clarified about himself. He came and he shared that he's point of light. He's the resident of that space. Before he gave his introduction, he gave the vision of four-armed deity, Vishnu and Krishna. Give visions of that and tried and explained to him that to Brahma Baba. So Brahma Baba thought that Vishnu is God and that is who I am. That's what he misunderstood, Brahma Baba. That's how he introduced him that way in the beginning. When Baba came in his... So Baba said there was some light, there was some power. I do not know what it was. That's how Baba introduced when he came in his body in 1936 in Hyderabad. There was a gathering, spiritual gathering. Suddenly he got up amongst the gathering and he went to his room. And when he went to the room, and this whole room was full of light. Her daughter-in-law came. Why did he go away from the gathering? He never gets up. That is called disregard of the Guru. Just to get up from the gathering, what does that imply? What does that mean? It's a big disregard and a disrespect. But this was the first time that Baba had done this act. So he went to his room, and the whole room was full of red light. And Baba sat there. So Baba came in his body, and from his vocal cords, this: I am blissful self, I am Shivo, I am Shiva, I am Shiva. I am light, I am Shivoham, I am Shiva, I am Shiva. I am knowledgeful self, I am Shivo, I am Shiva, I am Shiva. Now Brahmava didn't understand what's this. Voice is coming out, but Baba was in a bit of trance. So Radhika, his daughter-in-law, we call her Dadi Birjendra, she saw that as the light reduced, she went inside and Baba asked Baba, what was that? What was happening? She asked her daughter-in-law. So he said, I don't know, daughter. It was some light, it was some might, it was some power. I do not know who he was. As he entered Baba's body, the voice that sound of Om that Baba sat in that gathering, Gita is in his hand, the scripture. He was reading the scripture. Baba's vocal cords used to say Om, Om, and everybody got the visions of golden age. From Brahma Baba, they saw Sri Krishna in the place. So all the followers that came in the gathering, they all thought that he himself is Sri Krishna, he is God. This is what people misunderstood. And Shiv Baba didn't give the knowledge of himself at that time. He wanted to make an establishment. Who will recognize point of light? Even if they get the vision of a point of light, it is a soul, or is that point of light is Supreme Soul? How do we come to know? So Baba kept himself very incognito. So gave a vision of Sri Krishna instead, instead of something else. Sometimes it was Brahma Baba, sometimes it was Sri Krishna. That's how interchangeably they saw that vision. So during the establishment, Baba kept on educating and training them spiritually in a very incognito way. Baba gave the versions, but he didn't know what was going on, Brahma Baba. How do we differentiate between the two of them? So Baba used small children. 2-3 were trance messengers like Dadi Gulzar. There was Kamal Sundri Dadi, there was Shanti Dadi, there was Shilindra Dadi. Baba used those as instruments to separate and give the proper introduction that how he was separate from Brahma Baba. So he came and gave the introduction of his. Children never used to go in front of Baba. So the children who used to live with Mama, and Didi Manmohini was the senior, Pushpa Shanta Dadi was there, and there was a group of sisters. The senior people amongst them, they went to trance, and they were the ones said the Shiv Baba's light, and they went up. And Baba used to enter them, and who is Shiv Baba and who is Brahma Baba. So Brahma Baba also came to know that it is Supreme Soul who's entering my body, and it is his great versions, Mahavakya, that is great versions, elevated sacred versions, that is being. When they came to India, that is Bharat, and when there was an expansion, there was expansion, and Baba had lot of experience of bhakti, of devon, and God is purifier. So the ocean of knowledge, and is giving the knowledge of devotion and streamlining that. And Baba is also sharing his devotional experience. There is trance part as well. Dadi's Gulzar, it was a trance. Dadi used to go in trance, Dadi Gulzar's. And Baba used, and Brahma and Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba used to come, Bap Dada used to come in their body. 15 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours in the body. Both souls are sitting in Dadi Gulzar's body, but Dadi Gulzar goes to sleep and she doesn't know what's going on. When Baba again leaves, then Dadi Gulzar then wakes up. As you know that, as I was typing Baba's Murli, I was directly typing. Then computers came, stencils, then computers, and Baba used to was across, and moment he finished, and Baba he used to hand over the murli what Baba spoke to in his hand, and Dadi Gulzar used to read that murli that he had typed. So when Baba shared the murli, she did not hear directly Dadi Gulzar. So that was the difference between the Sakar and Avyakt Bap Dada. When Sakar Baba was, whatever he taught, both are there. Brahma Baba also used to speak, and Shiv Baba used to speak, and all his daily experiences. There is experience of his business, not devotional experience, the society's experience, and his family's experience. All that is incorporated in that murli. But he was also detached. But Shiv Baba, who is the Supreme Soul, he's Almighty. He started to give his introduction as well. At night, 2 o'clock in trance, this person's body is to wake up and may wake them up and say, "Oh Radhe, wake up! This is not the time to sleep. See who has come." If I put my foot on this earth, this whole earth will change. But I come as just like children, at equivalent to you all, so that I come in the body. I don't come as a point of light. When we in knowledge, in bhakti, that is in devotion, we have this. He's a effulgent light, and he's very immense, like a very fierce light in the devotion. That is something else in bhakti. But here Baba comes in an incognito manner. And they say, Baba used to say, "This is enough, I can't bear this light." And there is also a reference of this in Gita. They saw as Sri Krishna and that friend of Sri Krishna is Arjun. And because he's friend, Sri Krishna is telling him to fight the battle. He had a question, how will he make me win this battle? And he's just like me. And then he showed his big form, the Virat Roop, which is like a very big form. But my powers are a lot. Then Arjun had this divine vision, and he said, "This enough, I can't see this so much of fierce light." That is called Virat Roop. Virat is the all four forms they see. Very huge form. So Baba is actually he's withdrawing all his powers actually, and then coming down and like being incognito. Otherwise, the whole earth will shake. It'll shake the whole earth. So Mama recognized Baba and recognized Baba, and every version of Baba, whatever Baba said, it's the truth. Even if he said this is night, even when it was day, Mama used to never question that. And she never used to question that whether it is day or night. Whatever Baba said is the truth. There must be some meaning behind it. So I cannot question, Mama used to say. When Baba used to deliver the murli, some used to question what Baba said what is the meaning of that? So they used to go to Mama. Baba said such a thing. Mama, what do you think? Mama used to say, these are versions of God, and you're asking me my versions? What is my interpretation? Whatever he said is the truth. Even little bit, no question mark. To what extent we have recognized Baba. and how much accurately I've recognized him. There should be some signs of that recognition that I have done. Even we have done recognized him number wise. So as he recognizes him, he knows only that much to the extent his recognition is, and he will get that much due. He is a very, very big power. He controls the whole earth. He does everything and he says that I don't do anything. So to recognize his powers, Mama recognized his powers, and she obeyed him fully. Whatever Baba said, she just implemented it. No questions at all. No halchal. That is, there is no. She was a very carefree emperor. It is God who speaks. It is not that Brahma. Some people think that it is Brahma Baba speaks. It is Brahma's body, it is Shiv Baba speaks, and that is the truth, and he is the purifier. And not even one statement is not false. So Mama had full faith, complete faith. She had the power to pack up and became Mama. She did not question anything, and she transformed herself. Even bodily paper came, examination of the body got sick. But Baba is whatever he is, and he's almighty. She recognized him, and he's almighty authority. And it's his creation, this is his play, this is his drama. And we used to see, we are seeing why this happens, why that happens, this is right, this is right, this is wrong. We use our intellect so much. We exercise our intellect. But Baba used to say, if you have any question by looking at any scene of this drama in your mind, there is a question that arises, then you have not recognized Baba. The one who's a creator, who's a director, actor, and principal act of this drama and this creation, you are creating a question. I'm the principal actor. You are making your karmic accounts by questioning this drama or the scene of any drama. There is no. So just be patient. Be patient and be tolerant and be a detached observer. All scenes you will understand. Don't come into upheaval. Why this is happening? Why that is happening? Why you are exercising your intellect, why you're overthinking. I'm the one he's the intellect of the intellects. I'm the one who's Trikaldarshi, the one who knows, seer of three aspects of time. I know the beginning and the middle and the end, creator, and this is my creation. So recognize him as he is. If you know the creation, if you recognize the creation, then automatically you will know the creator. Those who are putting the question, those who do not make any questions, they are the ones who are contented. They are prasannachit and prashnachit. They are contented. No questions. I saw Jagdish Bhai. After Mama, I saw Jagdish Bhai. He was read a lot. He read so many of scriptures, all devotional stories. Jagdish Bhai, he had almost memorized everything, recorded in his mind. When dadis used to give him course, he was questioning. He thought that I'm so intellectual, I'm so educated, and I have knowledge of these sisters, what they will educate me. His teacher, Jagdish Bhai's teacher, was Kunj Dadi Prakash Mani's sister's daughter. She was educated. So she said, I cannot educate him to Jagdish Bhai. He puts too many questions. He is not ready to accept anything. That is Jagdish Bhai. After 6 days, 5 days, he saw Kalpvraksh, that is the tree. And as teacher explained that whole Kalpavraksh, the seed of the tree, and that is foundation, and these branches and all the sub branches. He was really surprised, Jagdish Bhai. This is not any human being telling the knowledge, because this is not in any scriptures. Who gave you this knowledge? Jagdish Bhai asked. And whoever has given this knowledge, I don't want to speak to anyone else, but I want to speak to him. And he was little stubborn that I want to only meet him. So Didi said that how can we take him in front of Brahma Baba? I do not know what he's going to question Brahma Baba. He did not move any further than tree. He says this story of the creation only can be given by the creator, and it was so organized, so structured, so well done. If you understand this very properly, so Brahma Baba is the great grandfather, and Shiv Baba is Godfather. He is the supreme soul. All the religions that have come, even all the religious heads, his head is Brahma Baba. Both the Christ, the heads of him, and all the other sub branches from all these different religion. It is such a beautiful tree that has been created, and it's such a beautiful tree and such a full of variety. So father of all the fathers is only him one, and he understood that. And he's after those sisters, and he said that I want to meet Baba, and I only want to meet him. And when they asked Baba was the one who knows the three aspects of time. He knows everything. Tell him to do 15 minutes, 15 days Amrit Vela yoga, and read Murli every day, and then come and meet me. This is what Baba gave the instructions. So when he said Amrit Vela, there was only one center in Delhi, Kamla Nagar. There was he was staying in Sonipat, which was 3 hours drive. There was only cycle as a transportation between the 3-hour journey and the center. So they told him that you come and do the center at Amrit Vela and listen to the Murli after that, and then he agreed. He says, okay, I'll do that. I'll come and do the center. And when he came for the first time, his brother took the cycle somewhere else when he had to come there. How will he come? So he got up at 2 o'clock in the morning. He didn't sleep also, and he got himself together and he started running. He was young, so he reached at 3:45 at the bell. He rang the bell at 3:45. So sisters thought, who has come at 4 o'clock in the morning? So he said, you people told me to come at 4 o'clock, right? So I've come here, Jagdish Bhai said. So he did the yoga for 15 days and had listened to the Murli, and then they brought him to Baba. Baba was number 1 in taking examination and taking tests. So Sakar Baba, he was in the knicker, in the small short pants. So he was in the form of a laborer. He was working. He was breaking the stones. He was making the road actually. Thinking that his children will come and is uneven. So as he came, Baba recognized this child, that he is the same child. So he saw that and said that he is not an ordinary person. So Baba said to children, okay, tell him to go and take shower. Baba was structuring that road, trying to fix the road and go home, and came back to the Gadi and sit down. And he came and met Baba, and he hugged Baba. He embraced him. He was crying and crying and crying. I received what I have to receive. I'm nothing. So Baba was caressing his head. You have come, child, you have come. Within one split second that this is a bodiless Shiv Baba. He is not physical father. He is not any corporeal God. And his intellect was having full faith. You have a lot of knowledge, no? You ask a lot of questions. you have all trash lying in your head. You have so much of information, no? So only then this knowledge will sit inside. He was so educated, so knowledgeable, worldly knowledge. And Baba used to say, this is just like a grass in your head, that animals eat, no, that grass. It's only rubbish. So if you want me to understand, if you want to understand me, you have to forget all this stuff, and then can you understand me? So you know how to. You are a really good writer, no? So you go ahead and write a small article. So he wrote a matter, and he wrote the content what Baba told him, and he told, okay, give it to Mama. This, what have you written? So Mama and Dadis, they never used to so much of writing. So they edited his letter, whatever he's written, and he faired it again. So he gave to second Dadi and third Dadi, and Baba told him, give it to somebody. So whatever was documented, his matter was hardly there in there, because everybody else's content and language was there. So he brought it to then Baba. So he said to Baba, whatever I have written, Baba, these people have edited everything, and what I wanted to say and what I wanted to write, there's nothing written there. Baba smiled and said to him, so he saw first, he's not getting irritated because other people edited his work. So that is the way he tested. So he said that whatever you've written in the original part, you bring that, and that is past. From now, whatever you will write, no? And he gave him the blessing that whatever you write will be the final version. He wrote such a beautiful, beautiful writings, and Baba read this writing. And first name that he received was Sanjay, and there is a praise of Sanjay. When there was a battle going on, so the blind person in front of him, Sanjay, was there. So Sanjay was explaining everything of the battlefield to Dhritarashtra, that character Dhritarashtra. So he had received a vision, a divine vision, what was happening on the battlefield. So he was saying to that blind king that this is what is happening on the battlefield. So even he was sitting in Delhi, and Baba used to tell him, you see, even sitting in Delhi and I'm in Mount Abu, whatever is happening there, you write down what is happening and share the knowledge. And then second, he got the saying that you are Ganesh, and that Vyas, the god was, and he got such great titles of Vyas, that he's the one who's writing. He had such an unlimited intellect. We call him that his feet is 7, his intellect, of the feet of his intellect is 7 feet. He was able to listen, so he was able to reflect all the details on every expansion of the yajna, all the books, all Jagdish Bhai has written or documented. All the wings that have been established, 21 wings, medical wings, etc. It's all Jagdish Bhai's creation. There was not even a single corner of India, of Bharat. And then he did his Russian seva at the end. And then he expanded the service there as well. And one person recognized, and he just surrendered himself everything. That is a sign of recognition. And he didn't even think what is going to happen later. He didn't even think that there was a beggary role of the yajna. There was nothing to eat. There was nothing to wear, the clothes. There was so much. And he's such a professor. He was a principal of a school, of the college. And but he's just met Baba, and he saw Baba, and there's nothing else. And he just got a 4 small bed in the Kamla Nagar center, and he slept there, and he wrote there. And whatever dress he took, even it was a short dress, and he used to just wear that. Even it was old dress, he used to keep his needle and the thread together, because the clothes were old, and he used to stitch them before going. He was totally egoless, so humble, and he had so much love for the sisters, and he had so much of feelings for sisters, and value for sisters, and respect for sisters. He used to take the slabs of ice, because it was so hot in it was so hot in Delhi. He used to carry it on the shoulders, and this was his. He has so much faith, so that sisters can have cold water because it was so hot. His intellect was totally he was surrendered. His intellect was surrendered, no questions in his intellect. Whatever Baba said is the truth. And that I want to, reveal Baba and the truth in front of everyone. That was his feeling. That was his, and he gave the whole life to Baba. Even when he left his body, 2001, May 11th or 12th, in Sukhdam. In Sukhdam, he left his body. He says, I have two desires left, Baba. I just left two desires. I could not reveal Baba. And how did I how through yoga power, how children are born, that book, I could not finish that. The two books, two desires he had, and he went to Baba. And he recognized Baba so deeply, and he made himself complete. He recognized Baba, what is his powers, and total faith by recognizing all his powers, and no question. He did not have any question. Any tests that came, he was unshakable. He had no upheaval in his mind of questions. There's one saying in Sindhi, as I was going on the road, that a Brahmin got stuck on the way. So much of respect and so much of name in the society. He was Dada, the Dada Lekhraj. And Shiv Baba came in his body, and there was a shower of insults. Baba, they used to abuse Baba because he said that lust is your greatest enemy. They were thinking, what kind of knowledge is he giving that lust is the biggest enemy, that we should not have? What kind of knowledge is this? His relatives were saying, Baba is saying that it's not me who was telling, he's the one who's doing everyone, and he goes away after telling me, and people are thinking that it's me who's doing something. I'm myself a householder. How will I say to the children? It's not me who's telling, it is Shiv Baba who's telling. But he got a lot of abuses because of that. But Baba understood him very well, and he made himself stable. No, nothing. So many tests came in front of Brahma Baba also, but he never was unshakable. A lot of paper came, the tests came from family, from society, even the whole Hyderabad, the whole community. But they told him that you have learned black magic. Whoever sees that, whoever sees him, he goes to Satyug. He's getting divine vision of Satyug, and automatically they follow him. Babas used to say, I'm not doing anything. It is Shiv Baba doing his establishment, his task, and here everybody else is abusing him. So Karachi episode finished. So he came to Abu after that. Then there was no food, there was no money at that time. That was another test paper. There was no source of income at all. By the time they reached here in Abu, all his resources got over. So they thought that, okay, we can earn. Shiv Baba used to say that I have given you so much of knowledge. I have given you so much of knowledge. And there are no more rich people than you. Why are you going after the money, the pennies of the world? And there is big Maya sitting there as alligator. They will eat you if you go there and trying to think of earning there. Baba didn't even bother about that aspect, that they went through a beggary part, they didn't have money and all that. He gave 14 years of sustenance, and then they left Baba. And Baba used to say that they are listening to knowledge and then they go away as well. Baba never was detached. He gave so much sustenance, so much money that he invested in all of them, and little bit of exam test of medical or of food, these children ran away. But those who were remaining and those who had complete faith, they recognized Baba, The Brahma Baba is it's not the Brahma Baba who's doing it, it's Shiv Baba who's doing, and there is a meaning, deep meaning behind that. So all the children that were there, he says, we will die, we'll do or die. We had complete faith, but we will not move from here. We will not leave Baba's hand, because they recognized Baba. They had complete faith, and victory was guaranteed. In Avik Bab Dada Bab Madhuban, in Madhuban he had come, and I was across that time. I was there live. So in Om Shanti Bhavan, when it was constructed, and after Om Shanti Bhavan there was a big service, too much service. We felt as if Baba has revealed himself when that constructed. So a lot of people were jealous about this Om Shanti Bhavan, the construction and all that, such big level we came up to. So people started they started insulting Brahma Kumaris, and they were in every aspect they were putting from society, from community, from Abu, from all places. There was some obstacles that were coming. So asked Baba what to do. Dadi said. So Baba came in Om Shanti Bhavan. It was constructed, and Baba came, and during the Murli, and I was also writing Baba's Murli, and Baba made hand like that. Baba moved his hand like that. He says, don't record anything, no record of recording, and gave this drishti, and said, don't record anything, don't write anything. And all the dadis were sitting across, and we brought him come in front. He says, what is happening? Tell me what's going on, and tell me the news. So whatever was happening around, and all the circumstances, situations, obstacles that were coming, everybody started telling Baba, this is what is happening. And Baba was sitting as a carefree emperor, and he's smiling, and he's putting his leg one other hand, and he's just enjoying. And after listening, and he did not say anything, only one answer he gave. Child, the morning that is about to come, can anyone stop the morning that is to come? The sun is about to rise. Satyug will come. Don't worry about this such kind of thing. These are clouds that come and go with so much. He was so carefree, and so with no thinking at all. No questions at all. And we had such a firm faith. Whose task it is, and whose yagya it is, and so much of faith, and recognize Father so well. There was not even a single upheaval. There was as much variety, no matter what it was, sub-situation, circumstance, obstacle, but he was like an Angad, that his feet did not move. You have heard the story of Angad, the character called Angad, in those who are from It's a wonderful story in Ramayana. There was Hanuman, and there was Angad. There were two characters, Hanuman and Angad. It's a very interesting story. And when Angad went to the gathering, he was very strong, very powerful. So Angad, he tempted and told him. So they told Angad, why are you not on this side? Why have we killed your father? And so on and so forth. Tempted him a lot. Told him off. And first what he did? So what he did is he made a stage based on his tail, and higher than the Ravan. He says, is there any single person who can move my feet? And if anyone can move my feet, he's a challenge. He challenged Ravan. Angad did not have any rights over Sita, but he had so much faith, and he put his foot down, and he said, is there anyone who can move my feet? And all the big people could not move his feet. His feet was so unshakable, immovable. And Ravan himself then got up, and he stepped back. He made his feet back. Go in front of Ram, don't be in front of my feet. So I reduced, he put his feet back. So that was a sign of Angad, his faith. So there's a story of Angad. So much of this yagya, this knowledge, it is God's himself. It belongs. This. No Ravan's power can shake this. So once we recognize the Father, recognize Him. So be carefree in your stage, and you have faithful, and you are unshakable, immovable, unbreakable. So there is constant stage. We will not move up and down. So you check yourself how much you have formed, how have you recognized Father, and you should say Baba, and you become easy. The people are praising in every corner of the whole world, and all the bhagats, devotees, are getting full wishes fulfilled, and they are getting food every day on the name of God. All those devotees, and here we himself have met him. So we know him, we know his form, we know his name, we know his whole task, we know his virtues, we know his space where he comes from, and then we say Mera Baba. So with the power of victory, it is guaranteed. Any circumstance come, we'll be crossing it very easily, and we are all powerful. My Father is with me. This is the faith I need. My Baba, he's with me, and full faith. Okay. Now Suman Didi has come and will ask certain questions. If you have any questions, you go ahead and ask me as well. I don't mind. If you have any questions, Suman Didi is saying that please write it down on a slip and give it to me. In the meanwhile, the questions that I have here with me by the brother, I have certain questions. And sometimes there's a confusion what Baba does and what Baba does not do. Some the matas, innocent mothers, are so simple. They come to that they think Baba is the one who's doing everything. Mothers are thinking. They think that something I want to eat, and that dish they get, and they are so happy. And they say that mothers are saying that, oh, this is Baba who has done it. This is given. When small think, when they get that dish, they think, I need some clarity whether God is the one who is doing this. What he does not, he does. What does he do and what does he not do? Can you give me some clarity? Because mothers are saying that, God did that dish, gave me that dish to eat. So God says that as somebody's feeling, based on which he will get the vision. So, in the feeling, if there are feelings, whatever I will create, God will fulfill. And God does not do anything. Actually, it's because of the power of good wish that he has, the vision that she has, it gets accomplished. It's based on her feelings, she gets the fruit of that. In that bhavna, which is the feeling, there is automatically a great thought, and there is purity in that thought. I'm telling you my agricultural story that wherever I do service, there was one brother in a village, in a small school, when we did our yogic kheti, that is agricultural, without fertilizer, then we do certain yoga and we give good vibrations, and the brother could not believe that. He used to listen. He used to eat bhog, and he used to say that if I eat this bhog, I'll get magic, automatic. So in his yard, there was some his harvest got bad. I will put this bhog in the water. I'll dilute it, and what he did is he whatever little bhog was there, the sisters, he diluted that bhog. And what he did is he put it in his in that yard, where the agriculture is getting grown. So he was so happy that all the bad crops became good crops, and he thought that God has really interfered and done thing. So it was actually result of his feelings. He thought that there is a lot of power in this bhog, in the Baba's bhog. There is some. But his feelings were so great for God that automatically the crops became good. I only come to make you pure, to make impure pure, and to make old age into new age, iron age into into golden age. So whatever things are happening based on everybody's feeling, as the purity of thought is, automatically the result will be there. That's the answer. So he clarified this aspect. When we sit in yoga, we feel that Baba has given me this direction. They say that Baba has told me that. Baba has told me that. They use that language, that terminology. How do we distinguish between it's his own feeling or it's Baba who's telling him? This is also a very beautiful thing. Just understand this aspect. Sometimes fathers say that intellect is clean and clear and with peaceful, whatever the touching I have to give, I have to reach such a clean and clear intellect. Baba automatically gets it done through them. But some souls have their own thoughts. They go with that thought to Baba, and they feel that Baba, that thought, that they go with that thought, Baba is the one. Actually, it's his own mind, manmat, his own mind. And then they come down and they will do the actions based on their mind. There will be some confusion. That will be one sign that shall I do it or not do it? They'll get second thoughts. But if it's a touching, there will never be confusion. There will be no second thoughts. I'll give you 3 words. Baba is touching. Our buddhis, our intellects catching. If I have caught properly, and that will be verified with the Murli. And if it doesn't match or it doesn't get verified with the in the Murli, then it's your own directions, mind's own directions. Whatever thoughts are going on in your mind, if it's not touching, it will not match, and it will not match the Srimat. And Srimat is in the Murlis. And if anybody is reading accurately Murli, and they do Avyak Murli revision, so the touching will match what Baba Murlis are saying. So its whole mind will not come to. So you keep your intellect clean and clear, Babas will come. If it's not opposite of Srimat, then you will get, that's the touching and catching. So there'll be no confusion in that. And even the other person who's listening to it, they will say, why is he telling his own mind? No one will be against if it's touching. So it will match that Srimat or the Murli. As we listen to Murli, there's a question. In this hall, there are so many people sitting. Everybody has their own intellect, and they are respectively, as per their intellect's capacity, they are absorbing. So certain people, they listen to certain words, they change and manipulate those words because of their intellect's limitation. And so many groups are then divided. There are so many other parties, all anti-parties. They alter the meaning of the word. And how to understand the Murli as the Murli, what is being communicated in the right context, and these are God's versions. How to understand it accurately and do exactly as that Murli is speaking or whatever it's saying. So first is cleanliness of the mind. If our purity is accurate through mind, intellect and actions, I'm not only talking of celibacy, purity in that level, but there are a lot of desires that we have, a lot of name and fame, status, all that other altered consciousness we have. And we are getting the thoughts based on these altered desires. So we are adding more to that. Baba's Srimat makes us complete. Baba's Srimat makes us complete, and all vices will be removed. I'm talking of all vices, he's saying. The versions of Baba, the lioness milk will only be in the golden vessel. How much pure the vessel has to be. Lioness milk will be only stored in golden vessel. So our intellect should be so like a golden vessel. So those who have kept it very clean, there is no limited desires in that. If you don't understand, they have already left Baba. If you'll end up looking at his background, the party that they have created, anti-party, it is always some selfish desire. There is a desire of the self. There is a status, desire of a status, and they could not get here that status, and they made a group, and they made a separate organization, and there is no foundation on that group. If there was a proper foundation, why would they leave this organization, Baba's organization? So you have to check and verify that. Those who have left Baba, if you end up looking at the historical background of his or them, there was a pressure of following directions, of Baba's directions. So they altered, they could not digest the versions and the Srimad, and then they left away because they couldn't implement it. So if they were within this particular, Sita's abduction took place only if she crossed the line. When if she did not cross the line, she could never be abducted by Ravan. So those who are in the boundary of Maryadas, those code of ethics, and they follow Baba's directions, so nothing will ever, they will be unaffected, no matter how many test papers come. In Gita, there is a saying that Baba also says, only few out of very few numbers, they know me as they are and they recognize me. Only few. There are so many. There are so many children. So in the beginning, I told you in the class, the Jagdish Bhai's classes and Mamma, they recognize so well Mamma and Jagdish Bhai that they made a decision. They didn't have any questions. They had clarity. They did not come into upheaval. Whatever Baba said the truth. So whatever Baba uttered or shared, it was complete faith in those versions. And they recognized him so well that they had faith, and they were carefree, and they got so much success, and there was no question of upheaval. So we were carefree kings. So there was constancy stage. That means I have recognized Baba, and I have forged a relationship with him. In the beginning, sometimes what happens is, there are some mistakes that we do as we go in the spiritual journey. So what happens is, when we make, so then we have guilt. There is a guilt and there is shame that we made a mistake. So when we go in front of Baba, so we can't take Baba's love. Baba doesn't love me as much. Baba is ocean of love. He loves a lot us, but due to our own actions, we feel like that. So Baba at that time is seeing us like, what kind of, how do I establish that relationship? How do I re-establish that relationship with him after feeling guilty and shameful for mistakes that I have done? How do I make it right? Baba has said this answer a lot by himself. When there's such a thing happens, so we say for Baba, God is called the truth. God is truth. And truth is like a magnet. Only one who's truth, he's like pulled by God as a magnet. So if I make a mistake, do I realize that mistake? Not just on the surface, Baba, I made a mistake. Realizing that I made a mistake realization means that you transform yourself. Whatever has happened has happened. Okay, full stop. So Baba said, okay, forgive it. I've forgiven you. Half is already been taken care of. Just write it down. And with a lot of determination that I will not do that mistake again, and I will and they will end up confessing to Baba, and they will always be light, and they'll move forward. Baba's love will keep coming. Baba's powers will keep coming. But when there is a confusion, oh, I did that, he's constantly repeating the thought. So he will not be happy that time. He will be guilty conscious. So whatever's happened because of body consciousness. So it's okay. Now remember Shiv Baba, because you have to go to Mukti Dham, or go to the land of salvation. Recognize your actions, see your actions, based on which you will come to Satyug. Now remember Shiv Baba. This is auspicious confluence age. Shiv Baba has come again through the mouth of Brahma, has delivered Gita, Gita Gyan, knowledge of Gita. Kalyug ends have come, and the destruction is across us. And this is the time of end times are there. And we have to go back. So now remember Shiv Baba again, the chorus. The army of Pandav. There is Shiv Baba. Through knowledge of Shiv Baba, we are able to chase away Maya. Pandav army is also able to do that. So remember Shiv Baba, and you will come to Satyug, the golden age. You have to go to land of salvation as you remember Shiv Baba. We are receiving the fruit of our actions, and we will go back to Satyug. And we have to go back home and then come to golden age. So continuing with the question, there is one particular aspect to pay attention to. Shiv Baba said, I am knowledgeful. Shiv Baba said, I am knowledgeful. I am the one who knows three aspects of time, Trikaldarshi. I know everybody's story. Because there is constantly all around body consciousness. So constantly there's some or the other naturally so mistakes will occur. Unless and until we don't become soul conscious, mistakes have to occur because we are body conscious. Baba already knows this. What is there to hide him? So we say that, okay, Baba knows, then why should we go and tell him? So if we want change and transformation, we have to confess in front of Baba. Baba will give us blessings. Baba will give us, and then give us sakas, and then we will change. So as I am, whatever I am, Sakar was, Baba was listening. Now who do I go and tell to? Baba said, he says that go and sit in silence. Go and Baba is everywhere around. He is an Avyakt Vatan. With my true heart, I write the story of my actions and put it in Baba's box. And if you're guessing that somebody will read, you just write it and just burn it somewhere. You make yourself liberated. Once you write, you just write with your honest heart. You will get your happiness back, and you will get courage, and Baba is seeing me, and Baba is giving me power. Is it okay? So don't ask what is that. Don't ever think that. Don't overthink. We all are body conscious people. We are mistakes, but natural will occur. So as we become soul conscious, we'll automatically be saved from mistakes. If you have any questions, there's a mic in the front. Please come there. So there's one question, one more. So it's difficult to understand the handwrite. Can you read it yourself, because she cannot read the question. Sister Samantha from UK, she will read the questions because she cannot read it. Baba says to write a chart. Sometimes we can write, sometimes we cannot write. What should we do? Some write 2 hours, I remember Baba. So if we write down, and then what happens is we write Baba, we say to Baba, we have written 2 hours. 2 hours, and we know that we'll feel bad and we'll feel ashamed that we have only remembered Baba 2 times. So inside you check what's going on and you change. Is my thoughts as per the Srimad, my words, my actions as per Srimad, whatever I'm saying, is that whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm performing, the way I'm performing, there is blessing of seniors and Baba's Srimad is there, then it's okay. And just see if it's in alignment with that, and then change. That's fine. And otherwise, if there's otherwise, change it. So not everybody has to write on a piece of paper. Those who are writing, it's good, but in the mind you keep checking. There's a progress if you write, but checking and changing. Be in the middle of the day or something. Keep whatever I said, whatever I acted, was it as per Maryada? So I have to do, I don't have to do this. So just say to yourself, it's quite easy. What it means is that you transform yourself. It's good that if you can write. If you cannot write, don't stop checking yourself. Check it and change it. Don't become defeated. Don't become disheartened when you write your chart. I have to keep more pressing. I have to keep on saying to myself, with courage, I will conquer it, and I will check and change. So it is. He thought there is some light or some might. So it was only through messages it came to know that there was some trance messages that it was Shiv Baba. Because in the beginning the real story is that Brijendra Dadi saw and that I'm Shiva, I'm Nirakar, I'm bodiless, incorporeal. So Brijendra listened to that. Slowly Baba evolved his introduction. Only as being a point of light, only after they came to Mount Abu, they came to know that he's that I'm a point of light. He lives there, and it is that my form is a point of light. He used to say that is like a thumb. If there was a big thumb, then there will be big kind of a boil in the forehead. So he said, I'm a point of light. 62, 63, the knowledge got evolved. As it got evolved in 62, 63, So all the documented versions before that, it was like for the child babies, so you burn it only after 62, 63. And that we have 5 years of records, 63 to 69, 68, and that's is what is getting repeated, because all they burnt it away, because Baba said to burn it, because it was a little mixed. So the clarity came about in 62, 63, so they burnt all that. What am I, who am I, what is Paramdam? Whole knowledge got very clarified, because by that time their intellects had become quite mature. Your faithful intellect. Can you share your experience, Nischay Buddhi? How did you become faithful right away, or it was a gradual process? What is your experience? For some souls, they get it right away. They see and then they experience right away, and they are faithful. Not everyone gets that. When I came, I didn't understand what is Murli, what is Baba. There was a Gita Pathshala sub-center in my own house, but when I came myself here in Madhuban, when I saw Baba, first meeting that I had, and that gave me a faith. At 4 years, at 15, at the age of 15. At the age of 15, I came to Mount Abu and I met Baba. So my Lokik sister gave introduction of mine. We were sitting across as alone with Baba. He's my younger brother, his sister, Lokik sister, and he's studying in such a class. So that introduction he gave, she gave. So Baba laughed, Baba smiled. Baba knows already. So I had the faith on the very fact he knows me. I was so happy that Baba knows me. Baba said that I became carefree. The moment he came to know Baba knows me, I became very carefree. Some people study. Somebody told me you study because you're the only one. Dadi also said they're the only one. But I gave in my heart that Baba has come. No? Why should I go back to the old world? Dadi said you should study, but then so many obstacles came, and I had such a strong faith that Baba has come. I have to do this service only. I studied. I went back only to study one more year, and I came back. At the age of 16, I surrendered myself. So 15 and 16, just 1 year. I had complete faith. For some, it takes a long time to be faithful intellect and to have faith. So what effort they need to do so that their faith is increased, or it's very firm faith or strong faith? Because people listen to Zoom and they're not getting sustenance, like how Dadi's got, and even some next batch got such a great sustenance. How do we increase this faith? So what we have to do for that is never leave your studies and look at your company, what company you keep. If you have good company and you are eating good food and you have good family and connection is always maintained, always keep coming, always sustain that and keep following Srimat, and at some point in time it will touch you that this Baba is saying. Just like I gave an example of Jagdish Bhai, it touched him that without God speaking, no one can speak like this, the way he spoke with so much of conviction. So you meet seniors, you say hi, hello, you keep connecting with them. Whatever little sanskars there are there, or whatever little no faith is there, automatically that faith will come. It will take time. Some get right away, but some takes time. So when they come to Madhuban first, they will see that, oh, I've seen this before, this is my house. So they will remember from previous kalpa. There are lots, and anybody here who has that experience here, that I have see so many people are sitting here, they have come here and they have recognized that this is my house and I have been here before. Even I also felt the same, that I will do this service only. It's personal experience. I saw it and within 1 second I thought, okay, I one. So in at home, at family, these dadis are mine. I don't need to hide anything. I should just mingle with them, and it's like my own family. So this belongingness of previous kalpa automatically brings me close. One more question is, does Shiv Baba have mind, intellect, and sanskars? Because he's almighty, powerful authority. Does he have mind, intellect, and he says, "I'm intellects of the intellect." He says, "Whatever you are thinking, you give it to me." So technically, he is all powerful. Even the conscient has the power of thinking, right? So he's catching your thoughts. He has the mind. He's catching your thoughts, and he's giving decisions. And he has the buddhi also, because he has the intellect. He doesn't have those sanskars or body that so he has mind and intellect. Without that, it is a great intellect he has, and it's a great thoughts. He is all powerful. He is purifier. So we can't say that he doesn't have mind and intellect, because he is conscient. He is living. So when we say body, we talk about hands, feet, everything. So in totality, we say it's a body with hands, feet, everything. So when we say soul, it means mind, intellect, and sanskars. So mind, when we say atma, that is soul, it means sanskars are made through the actions. So I am living, I am the seed, I am the truth, Sat Chit Anand. That means I am the living, I am the truth, I am eternal, and I am blissful. And he has mind and intellect. So he is able to listen to his children, he is to understand, he is to guide. So that means he has all these abilities. Any other questions you may be having? Thank you very much that you left. You came from Shantivan. Thank you very much. With one hand, say thank you to Brother Shanti. My heart's thought is only one, that I have to become equal to you, Baba. That's the only thought I have in my heart, that I become like you. You've given me your companionship. I have to complete my promise